Hello. Today I'm doing like my first ever reading vlog. Like I'm starting it, and I'm reading Sagas of Anya. I've already got a bookmarking because I've read the first chapter. I think I like the fact that there's contents. Okay, there's 17 chapters, and so far it's good. Basically what's happened is like the main character Anya has just been going around her ordinary life, and then it's like the school holidays. And by the way, this is Victorian Britain. I think it's after 1870, just because like everyone's going to school, and she's working class, and she's going to school, and also there are like poorer children going to school and stuff that she's mentioned, and she's like, I'm glad I don't have to go to the poor children's school and stuff, which suggests that they do go to school. So it's probably after 1870, because that was when I think the education something, I don't remember what it was called, but like when it was basically said that like all children have to go to school. But yeah, I don't know exactly when this is set. Yeah. But basically what's happened, so it was like school holidays, or like just started school holidays, and they're like, we're going to Merco Beach, her family, for her birthday, and that's like a holiday place, I think. They live in Wales, South Wales, so Merco Beach might be a place there. I've been to South Wales. Yeah. I am half Welsh. But yeah, I don't know, Merco Beach might be a place there, or the author might have just made it up. I don't know, but yeah, so far it's really good. Okay, so I've just read another chapter, and I'm now this far through. I've read 2 chapters so far, but the chapters are quite long. So far it's good. I feel like, yeah, there are some bits that don't quite seem accurate, but like I'm not a historian, so I wouldn't actually know. But the fact that she lives in a working class family and they're able to afford like lots of things, like holidays and art supplies and a good house and stuff, and enough food. Like, I know they're not really poor, but they're not, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like they'd be able to afford those kind of things. But I mean, other than that, you know, it's good so far. It is. I do like it. Okay, so it's now later on the same day that, I don't know what the day is, but the same day that I filmed this morning, because like this morning it was like 8 AM and now it's 10 past 3 PM. And I'm probably just going to read like one more chapter today, and then I reckon I'll read like a couple more chapters, possibly more, later, but I don't think I'll film that, because yeah. Okay, so last time, it's currently, what's 5:30, and, I got about halfway through the chapter that I was reading, the 3rd chapter, and then, I had to go downstairs because my parents were having tea and cake and I wanted some. So yeah, I got halfway through, and then so now I'm probably just going to try and finish that chapter. Also, you'll notice my hairstyle has changed. That is because I cannot keep the same hairstyle for more than 10 minutes. If you know me personally, you will know that. Yeah. Okay, so I read the other half of that chapter, and there was one bit where she bought a hoop, and like the other girl was teaching her how to like hula hoop. But I remember when I learned about this in primary school, and I was like in year 2 or year 1, so I'd been like 5 or 6, I think, or maybe 7, I don't know. But I was very young, and like with the hoops, they'd actually like, they'd just spin it around and then they'd have a stick and they just like, I don't know how to explain it, and it didn't look much fun, but I thought that was how they played with hoops back then. I might be wrong, but I didn't know hula hooping was that old. But I mean, her struggles with hula hooping are very relatable. I cannot hula hoop to save my life. Also, they've just been caught stealing, which is interesting. I mean, that's kind of a spoiler, but I've only just finished chapter 3, so it's not really. Yeah. Hello. So I've changed again. It's now almost 7 o'clock. It's like just before that, 7 p.m. Still the 1st of December, same day. Yes, I changed to look more Christmassy, but also be in my pajamas. Yes. So I think I read like 2.5 chapters last time, so I'm gonna read a bit more. Probably. I feel like I keep saying I'm not gonna read again until the evening, or like just before I go to bed, and then I do. And then I do, so yes, let's read. Okay, so I just read the other half of chapter 4 and chapter 5, and so far I do really like it. I think it's really good, and Anya, as an 11-year-old girl, she's very relatable, and honestly a lot of the things that she'd have done, I reckon that she did, like especially her friendship problems, I relate so much, like honestly. I reckon if I was in Victorian England and I was 11, I'd have probably acted quite similar to Anya. She's a very relatable character and I do really love her. The only criticism I really have so far is that we're in chapter 5 out of 17 chapters. We're that far through from the start, like that far through. And it does say on the back that her mum like dies, which means that like everything, like most of the rest of the story happens. We're already like kind of far through, and nothing's really happened other than like her going about her daily life, really. So I kind of wish it would get a bit further into that a bit quicker. But other than that, I am really enjoying it, and it's a really fun read, I think, and I really sympathise with Anya, and I love her, so yay. Okay, so it is currently 9:25 p.m. in the evening. I mean, yeah. And I started to go to like bed, but it'll probably be like hours and hours and hours until I actually go to sleep. But I'm just gonna read a bit more. Probably won't do another time lapse of me reading just because I can't be bothered. Where is it? But yeah. So that's great. I'm hoping to maybe finish this book, like I'm hoping to get, I reckon like this evening, because I have like hours and hours on my hands. I reckon I'll get to maybe around chapter 10, hopefully. So then I'm hoping to finish this book tomorrow, because basically what I'm aiming for is to maybe read about 2 books a week, like overall in the readathon. But yeah, so there's one book in particular, Six of Crows, and it's quite long, so I reckon that will take me about a week to read. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do 2 a week, because I have 8 books that I'm planning to read, and then I have a few books that I'm going to read if I manage to finish like all of those books and stuff, and then mainly just like middle grade books or rereading books I loved when I was younger. Easy points, basically. So yes, I'm just going to read a bit more of this. This will probably be my last update for tonight though, so. Okay, so it's now, I apologise for the alarm clock going on in the background. It's now, I think it's almost 7:30 a.m. I have to get ready for school and stuff, so I'm not going to read any more this morning, probably. But I just wanted to say that I read 5 more chapters last night. Basically, her mum died, and I cried. I felt so bad for her, and then her dad started like drinking to cope with it, and then basically I think he kind of got fed up with her, and he found her a job as a scullery maid in London, so she's just about to go to that job. Yeah, I genuinely cried last night just because it was so sad, because I was just like, oh my god. Oh, and she's turned 13 as well. Yeah. Okay, so it's currently 4:30, and so I've been home from school for about, I don't know how long, a little while now, and I have a bit of time, so I'm just going to read more, but also because it's the 2nd of December, I'm hoping to get this up tomorrow, but also tomorrow I have a reading sprint planned with Zoe from Book Hooked and Annie by Shells by Moesha. So I'm hoping to finish the book like this evening so that I can start with my second book, Toffee. Then also I'm still waiting for Illuminae to arrive, because I've got all my books other than Illuminae. So, but I mean, Illuminae is like towards the, because I've created an order that I'm gonna like read them all in, and Illuminae is towards the end of that order, just because it scores like, doesn't score loads of points. My cheeks are very red right now. Ooh, elf ears. So yes, But I have a couple of things to talk about. So first of all, I made a little note here. At one point it says, walking to the drawing room, I spotted Mamgu, which I'm assuming means grandma, smoking a cigarette, a nasty habit she herself confessed she'd picked up in her travels to America. I despised people who smoked, but not Mamgu, as her kind heart more than paid up for it. Like, this is set in the Victorian times, and it wasn't really discovered that smoking was like really bad for you, and like, yeah, until like 1920s. I think it was 1921 when the connection was made between smoking and lung cancer. And so at this time, I don't know, but like at some point for a while, doctors would recommend like tobacco and like smoking to deal with illnesses and stuff. So I don't think she'd necessarily say she despised people that were smoking and that it was a nasty habit, unless she was like, because like it made her cough, I guess. I don't know, like she might dislike it because it makes her cough and she doesn't like the smell of it, in which case that's very understandable. But I feel like the author should have made that slightly more clear. But I mean, other than that, the author, Kirsten, she clearly knows what she's talking about. She's clearly done her research and stuff. Like, she definitely knows more than the basics that they teach you in school. And yeah, also the fact that like some of them speak Welsh, and like, because I mean, for a while I kind of forgot that it was set in Wales, and then they started speaking Welsh a bit, and obviously I don't actually speak Welsh. I am half Welsh, but I don't speak it. So I don't know if it's all accurate Welsh, but I think so. I think it is. No clue. But yeah, so that's good. I do really like it so far. I said this morning in a video, in like a short video clip that I made this morning, that what was I saying? Oh yeah, that her mum died and her dad became an alcoholic to cope with it, and I cried last night when I was reading that. I was just like, oh my god. I told my friend about it this morning, and she was just like, imagine crying over a book, that is so sad. And I was just like, yeah, but like, my mum died. And then so yeah, I think, where is it? So I'm now about to start reading chapter 11, and she's just about to go off to London to become a scullery maid, and so it's really getting started. Yeah, exciting. Okay, so I just read a chapter. That's probably all that I'm gonna read, like, for now. I'm probably gonna read a bit more later though. Basically, she's arrived in London and started working. I put a little note, not note thing here, but like post-it note thing here, just because I wanted to say, like, her description of the train, because she'd never seen one before and stuff, and she'd never been on one. I don't know why, but I really liked it. I thought it seemed really good. So I'm probably gonna run out of these by the end of the readathon. Yeah, but I am really enjoying this book so far. So, oh, and I also realised it's a middle grade, and that is also one of the prompts. So it covers 2 prompts, which is good. Yeah. Okay, so it's been like a minute since I just filmed that last. Oh, sorry, one second. Since I just filmed that last clip, but I'm bored, so I'm probably gonna read a couple more chapters. Though I probably won't time lapse it. But yeah. Okay, so I just read. I think it was like 2 or 3 more chapters. So I'm now this far through the book, and the next chapter I'm going to read is chapter 15. But I'm probably going to do that later on, because it's 5:10. And there's only like 3 chapters left. So yeah, that's fun. And basically she was just accused of stealing I think it's half a crown. It was a coin that was left on the floor by like the other scullery maid. Like, she took it and then hugged her and put it in her pocket and stuff. And I have actually, like, I've heard of a trick that's kind of similar to it. It's basically where, like, the mistresses of the house, or like the masters, I don't know, the people in charge, they'd hide a coin under the rug, and then basically if the coin wasn't found, the maid would be fired for not doing her job properly and not finding the coin. If the coin was found but never returned, the maid would be fired for stealing and lying. And then if it was found and returned, the maid would be fine. And it's kind of like that, but slightly different, because Anya was set up. I mean, obviously all the maids that happens to, they were probably set up, but like, she didn't actually steal it or anything. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually just gonna finish this evening. I can't, yeah, I'm just bored, so I don't know what happened to my voice, but I think I'm probably gonna finish it now. I'm gonna read like at least 1 more chapter. Yes. Okay, so I just finished the book, and it ended with a kind of happy. It was just sort of bittersweet ending, but yeah, it ended kind of happy for Anya. I'm so pleased. This was really good. It's the kind of thing that I can see myself rereading. Like, I have a few comfort books, and I know for a fact that this will become one of them. It's so nice. Yeah, I don't know, I love it. Yeah, time for a review, I guess. Okay. So I give this book 3.5 stars, maybe 4, I don't know. Just because I do really, really love it. I thought it was so good, and it's a kind of mainly lighthearted book. I say lighthearted, there is a lot of illness and death. But yeah, I just hit myself. As I just said, there are a few books that I go back to when I'm maybe in need of a pick-me-up, or it's just like a comfort book or something, and this will definitely become one of them. It's so good. Oh, I love it, and I can't wait to read more books by Kirsten McGrath. And also, I know that her sister's published one called Land of the Neurogons, which I really want to read. So yeah, this was so good though. I do really love it. I think my only criticisms that, well, number one, I very rarely give 5 stars. Like, I only give 5 stars to my absolute favourites. And I think the only thing that stopped it from being a 4 star was because there wasn't I forgot what I was saying. I kind of wish it got into her being a maid a bit quicker, but I did kind of like it at the beginning as well. Yeah, and I'm so glad Anya is happy now and stuff. Well, I mean, if she existed, she's probably dead now. That sounded so horrible. But yeah, I'm really glad that it ended in a happy ending as well. I don't know, I did really like it. I might boost it up to 4. Yeah, we'll give it 4 stars. It is so good. I love it. Yeah, it's great. I've just completed about 3 prompts. I think this covers. So that's good. Also, I just checked my YouTube, and in my past couple of videos I've been saying how I really want to get 50 subscribers by Christmas, and I mean it's only the 2nd of December and I just checked and I have 50 subscribers, which I'm very grateful for, so thank you. Yeah, thank you to everyone that subscribed recently, and if you haven't, please subscribe now. That sounded horrible. I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. I'm going to be doing more reading vlogs, especially this month just because of the readathon, as well as 2 normal videos every week. So I'm hoping to do like a weekly reading vlog, except only really for 1 book. I don't know how it's going to work, but yes. Also, I don't know when I'm going to get this video up, but on the 3rd of December at 3:45 British time, I am doing a reading sprint on Book Hooked's channel with Book Hooked and Shells by Moesha. So if you're watching this before that, then go and check it out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.